So I've been praising Dark Souls for a long amount of time because it's the best game ever. But there are obviously negative points, and one of the interesting things is that from the company behind Dark Souls doesn't really speak English that well. And yes, they do have Bandai Namco, the producers, and there is some communication between them and the community, but not a ton. And it's not like we could voice like problems and they'll fix it or they'll address it in any way. It's kind of the same with most games these days, but with Dota, for example, which is another game I very much frequent, look at the name of this video, over the series, if you will, Valve does actually read one of the most vocal communities of their game. They do read Reddit, all right, the subreddit for Dota. And I don't think From reads the Dark Souls 3 or any of the other Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, because it's actually separated between the games. I don't think they read the subreddit. And that is definitely the most vocal community outside streamers, which are more problematic to address because they just stream, right? It's not like they raise specific issues in threads. And there are a few decisions in terms of the design of all kinds of stuff that are problematic or have issues with. Most specifically, and this is always the case with every game before it, but this time they did most of it correctly, but it's about the covenants, and there's always going to be an issue, specifically if we are to talk about Way of the Blue and Blades of Dark Moon. So there's a Way of the Blue covenant, which has always been intended to not actually be a covenant. There's not much there, but if you're having trouble with the PvP elements of the game because people keep invading you, you could wear Way of the Blue and you'll get help. And there will be people to help you, specifically people who wear the covenant that completes the Way of the Blue, which is the Blue Sentinels. So if you get invaded and you're scared, just use Way of the Blue and Sentinels will come in and help you. But there was always the issue that think about somebody who's playing with the Way of the Blue. It's like, I'm scared that someone will invade me, and if somebody invades me, I want help. So they just wear it all the time, and they go through the game. They play PvE, all right? That's the point. Versus they want to play the actual game, not PvP, and they go through the game, which is perfectly fine. Now think about the people who wants to help them, Blue Sentinels. How do they do that? What are they expected to do? Are they expected to go through the game normally and just wear Blue Sentinels to help people of Way of the Blue? That doesn't really make a lot of sense for them. It mostly makes sense for them that, okay, I want to not do something else right now and help people. Because if you just get taken away while you're randomly playing, it's not exactly the greatest way to do that. And there's kind of an issue with the dynamic there. Now, there's Blades of the Dark Moon, which in previous games did something different than than the Blue Sentinels. And this game is exactly the same. It's just the same. It doesn't matter which covenant you wear. It does the exact same thing. It has the same rewards. It's the same covenant basically, but you have two covenants for it, which doesn't make any sense. Now, previous games, what you had is on top of having a red orb to invade with the reds, you had a blue orb which would invade not anybody at random, but invade sinners. It'll invade the world of someone who has sinned, who has played a lot of red, and then you get to kill them, which is great. It's kind of like you balance them out, which is great, but you don't really balance them out, you just punish them for the sins that they've done. So it would make sense if the Blue Sentinels, in a way, could actively do something instead of passively just hoping that I'll get there. Actively, I want to go help someone right now, and they will immediately go into an invasion that is currently occurring. And it'll be an active item. And both of them need to have active items. They need to be different, and they need to have active frickin' items instead of being passive. It just doesn't work in the sense of, think about what the player wants to do right now, and how does he do it? He can't. He needs to stand there and wait. And that's where there's a lot of problems with those covenants. Specifically, one of the other covenants, there's always two covenants that are centered around an area. So one of them is the Eldrich's Faithful. I'm horrible at saying that name. Which is really great because it's a later area in the game, and it's a place that makes a lot of sense to. It works really well. I mean, I got all of my. You need 30 of a thing. You need 30 times to do the thing for a covenant to get the full breadth of it. So I did that in like 2 hours, and I had a blast. I was just standing there, just waiting to get to invade other worlds, and it happened in an instant. And I went in and I helped, and it was great. It was freaking fantastic. The other one, Wolves of Farron, You kind of go in there in different levels of the game. It's a little bit earlier. It's a horrible area, and I've never seen, heard, or myself have gotten that to work. That Covenant just doesn't seem to not do anything, and that might be a glitch, that might be a bug, but I have no idea. I've never done anything with it, and I wish I could, but I'm way over-leveled at this point, and it's just not going to happen, and I wish that you could do active things. Those are examples of something that it is passive, so you're just supposed to just have it and wait for it to happen. But with the Eldritch Fateful, it just happened instantly, which is great, but still not the best. I don't like the fact of you just putting it there and just waiting, even though it could systematically be the same thing as using an orb, and like, okay, you're invading now. We're actively looking for a world. And there's always this, it's really, really awkward. And on top of that, if you just want to get the Covenant, there's always, you could farm, there's a specific enemy that might drop the thing that the Covenant gives you, and which you need 30 of. And I just tried my best to farm for Way of the Blue, because it never happens for me. And I just killed the 2 Silver Knights that are there, and that could drop the thing for it. It's called the Proof of Concord Cap. It's like a thing. It's an item. I just farmed them for like 20 minutes, and I got 1. I just killed them repeatedly. I think I got like both of them per minute, and then run back to the bonfire and get both of them, because I'm super high leveled right now, and I just murder them very quickly. They barely do anything to me. They don't even get an attack off, and I just murder them, and they dropped. And I had all of the items, get a ton of item find, and it just never happened, which is just terrible. And as someone who's trying to complete everything possible in the game, I'm not having fun right now. This is difficult. It's difficult, it's annoying, it's impossible, and it's really annoying. And those are the 2 Covenants that I've done everything else that's possible for me to do in the game at the moment. Okay, there are a couple of things that I missed that I just cannot get back, and there's nothing, I have to go into New Game Plus, but aside from that, it's just finishing the Covenant. I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. It's just, I could farm these things for a million years, but I'm not that depraved to do that. And it pisses me off, because there's some, like, you could get a miracle, and there are achievements to get all miracles and all sorceries and all of those, and I don't have that yet because I can't get it, and it's pissing me off, and it's the only way to get it, which I'm angry. I want all my achievements, man. But we'll see what we'll do. There's a couple of community events of people, okay, let's just all decide that we're doing it, and maybe it'll work, and I'm just going to try and join those and hope. And the thing that I'm most hopeful for is the DLC that we know is coming. There's season paths, there's more things coming, right? There's more content coming, and in those, they have a chance to fix some stuff or add some stuff, like a blue eye orb that'll allow you to invade sinners, and I don't know what else. I have no idea. I really hope that they'll fix those things. Aside from that, it's a wonderful game. I've been doing a lot of PvP, and in terms of PvP is at a problem right now. It's very different from 1 and 2. A lot of people have said that backstabs just are completely gone, and parries are the only thing you can do right now. I do not agree at all. I've gotten a ton of backstabs on people with slow weapons, and even, actually, people who try to parry me. I'm very good at not getting parried. I'm very, very good at not getting parried, and I hate parries. I hate the mechanic for PvP because of the risk-reward involved in it. The risk is you take 1 hit. The reward is you win. You kill the other person, basically. You deal... well, you don't kill the other person, but you do a crap load of damage. It is completely unfair if you get it. And some of the... It kind of means that there's a lot of attacks you can't do. You can never roll an attack out of the roll, because you will get parried if someone is remotely good at parrying, or even if they're crap at it. It's just that easy to do. If they're trying, you just can never roll an attack out of it. There's a lot of things that are really annoying, and I hate getting parried, which is why I'm really good at not getting parried, because I hate it. So... aside from people who constantly try and parry me, I'm just running an S-stock, which I really enjoy, and people despise because it's one of the most powerful things you could do in the game. And I'm beating everything. I'm winning 90% of my games. I had trouble at the beginning, but now I'm just like, I kind of got all the different things that people could do to me, and I know how to act on each and every one of them, and I just don't really lose. Not much, at least. And if I do lose, it's my fault. It's not that the guy's good, it's that I screwed up. I have not yet had a good fight. I have not yet had one. I haven't done a ton of PvP, but I have not yet had a good fight. And Dark Souls 2, I actually like the PvP in Dark Souls 2 a little bit better. Maybe it'll grow on me, I don't know. But in Dark Souls 2, I had katanas, and they were wonderful, and I had some amazing, amazing fights with other katana-wielding people. And some other people, but mostly katana-wielding people. In this game, just the S-Dock, and it's just, and everything is just really stupid. And if I lose, it's because of me, not because of the other people being good. So, I don't know. I'm just going to keep playing right now. I'm going to see if I could do some other stuff. I just enjoy going in, playing PvP for an hour, and then going and doing other stuff. And I haven't gotten into NG Plus yet. Once I'll do that, I'll kind of forsake PvP, at least for now, because I'm going to like do everything there and then everything in NG Plus Plus. And I'm holding back. I actually had a point where I was like, I have 800,000 souls. I should probably level up or something. Yeah, I didn't want to level up because I didn't want to get too over leveled and not be able to play with people, but it seems like there are a lot of people at 100 plus, so it's okay. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. I might like stream. I want to try and stream, but my computer's very taxed when playing Dark Souls 3, so I don't know if I'll be able to stream, but I might try. Streaming in general doesn't work very well for me at the moment because of my internet being crappy. I'll try maybe. I don't know if if I'll record any Dark Souls 3 videos so I could talk about the game forever and ever, as you can notice right now, 11-minute video, sorry. But yeah, maybe I'll try and talk about other things maybe. I'm not promising anything. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next Dark Souls 3 video. Bye.